Greenland's history is a profound epic of human resilience, documenting how various cultures, from Paleo-Inuit hunters to Norse farmers and modern Arctic citizens, carved a living out of one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Spanning over 4,500 years, this narrative is not just a story of survival, but one of adaptation, mysterious disappearances, and a modern struggle for self-determination. 1. The early pioneers, Paleo-Inuit waves, 2500 BCE to 1000 CE. Long before the arrival of Europeans, Greenland was home to several successive waves of migrants from North America. These Paleo-Inuit cultures crossed the narrow Nares Strait from what is now Canada. The Sakak culture, 2500 to 800 BCE. The first known inhabitants, the Sakak, lived primarily in West Greenland. They were skilled hunters of seals, seabirds, and caribou, using sophisticated stone tools known as the Arctic small tool tradition. The Independence I and II, 2400 BCE to 400 BCE. While the Sakak occupied the high Arctic of North Greenland, these groups occupied the high Arctic of North Greenland, surviving on muskox and living in skin-covered tents. The Dorset culture, 800 BCE to 1300 CE. Succeeding the Sakak, the Dorset people brought new technologies, such as the snow knife for building igloos and small sleds. They are often remembered for their exquisite ivory carvings and spiritual art. 2. The Norse sagas, Eric the Red's Greenland, 982 to 1500 CE. The European chapter began not with a conquest, but with an exile. In 982 CE, the Norse explorer Eric the Red was banished from Iceland for manslaughter. He sailed west and discovered a land of deep fjords and lush, by Arctic standards, summer pastures. The Great Marketing Scheme. To entice settlers, Eric named the island Greenland. In 986 CE, 14 ships arrived to establish two main colonies. The eastern settlement, located at the southern tip near modern Qaqortoq. The western settlement, located further north near modern Nuuk. For nearly 500 years, the Norse maintained a medieval European society complete with churches, a cathedral, and a bishop. They survived by farming sheep and cattle and trading precious walrus ivory to Europe. The mysterious disappearance. By the late 1400s, the Norse settlements vanished. Theories for their collapse include the Little Ice Age, a cooling climate made farming impossible, and ice-blocked trade routes. Economic shift, the rise of Portuguese elephant ivory devalued Greenlandic walrus ivory. Conflict, potential clashes with the arriving Thule Inuit. 3. The Thule migration, ancestors of the modern Inuit. While the Norse were declining, a new, highly advanced group was moving in from the west, the Thule people, 1200 to present. Unlike their predecessors, the Thule possessed revolutionary technology. The umiak, large skin boats for whaling. The kayak, fast, agile hunting vessels. The dog sled, allowing for high-speed travel across the winter ice. The Thule are the direct ancestors of today's Greenlanders. Their ability to hunt large whales and seals meant they thrived in the same conditions that defeated the Norse. 4. Colonialism and the Danish Union, 1721 to 1953. For centuries after the Norse vanished, Greenland was largely left to the Inuit, though European whalers frequented its coasts. In 1721, the Norwegian missionary Hans Egede arrived seeking the lost Norse Catholics to convert them to Lutheranism. Finding only Inuit, he established a mission and trading post at Godhop, now Nuuk. The Monopoly era. Denmark-Norway claimed sovereignty, establishing the Royal Greenland Trading Department, KGL. For nearly 2 centuries, Greenland was a closed colony. Denmark strictly controlled trade to protect the Inuit from outside influences and to ensure a monopoly on fur and oil. 5. From World War II to modern autonomy. World War II was the turning point. When Germany occupied Denmark in 1940, the United States stepped in to protect Greenland, recognizing its strategic value for weather stations and air bases, like Thule Air Base. The path to sovereignty. Post-war Greenland was no longer content being a closed colony. A rapid process of Danization began, modernizing the island, but often at the cost of traditional Inuit culture. 1953, Greenland's colonial status ended. It became an integral province of Denmark. 1979, Home Rule, Greenland gained its own parliament and control over internal affairs. 2009, Self-Rule, Greenlanders were recognized as a separate people under international law, with Greenlandic becoming the sole official language. Today, Greenland stands at a crossroads. As the ice sheet melts due to climate change, the island faces both environmental catastrophe and the potential for new wealth through mining and shipping routes. The history of Greenland is far from over. It is simply entering its most autonomous chapter yet. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share.